Yeah, Rajiv, you can go with your introduction and you can go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Naveen. So, welcome everyone to the Expert Soft Training. And I would like to introduce myself as Rajiv Kumar. And I'm having a total of 27 years of experience, out of which 8 years into manufacturing domain. And from last 19 years, I am working as a SAP consultant, solution architect, and project lead, and work with different multinational companies. And within these 19 years of corporate experience, I'm also working as a freelancer trainer from last 15 years, helped several people from their lateral movement, also help couple of, several peoples from their uh, fresher, experience to an experienced person into the field of IT, that is SAP Motors Management. So, uh, quickly, I will be sharing my screen with you all. Just give me a moment. Please confirm once you're able to see the screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So as Hema said, and also the similar kind of comment from Fazilat as well, that both these people are new to the SAP field. They are not very much aware about SAP. But if you talk about Shubha, as you are already working in the GTS module of SAP, so I, I believe that you are having good information about the SAP landscape, different servers, and and uh, different types of SAP projects what you have worked on in the GTS space. Hope this is right from your side, Shubha.
That's right, Rajiv. Yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect. So let us go ahead uh, with a SAP S4HANA demo session for today. And I'm moving to a next slide just to make yourself aware that what exactly is ERP and what we will going to learn into this training for SAP S4HANA. So if you have heard, there are several different types of ERP systems are available. If I talk about couple of them, like JD Edwards is one of the ERP system. There is one of the ERP system is Sage, SAGE, and apart from these two, the very important and the worldwide leader in the ERP system is SAP. Several countries and their businesses which are running on this particular technology, they are using this particular software to help their business run more efficiently, smoothly, and consistently, and helping them in their different business processes, which helps a particular industry to run in a very smooth way. So this particular SAP system, it is having its full form as the first letter S stands for systems, and the second letter A stands for application, and the third letter P stands for product in data processing. So it is a user-friendly software. Uh, we can rely on its capability and its productivity, very easy to process. And the fourth point, I would say, it's actually not the correct one. It is not affordable. Actually, it is an expensive software which is purchased by several different organizations. Not every company can purchase this particular software. And on the other side, it is very accurate and give us a real time instant information about our stock, about our purchase orders, about different types of stock movements or sales orders, or customer messaging output, everything whatever we do in our business space by using this technology, that is as SAP. And this can be deployed globally. If someone is sitting in India and they are after having the requirement gathering that what is exactly is needed by the business, and they can install the software by sitting in India as okay, with all those different types of platforms. And this particular software, it also helps us to optimize our different processes, improves effectiveness, and help us in a very consistent way to move further by using this particular technology, that is SAP. Any questions so far about this first slide, that is what is ERP? Are we good?
I'm good.
So okay, so I would mean silence as go ahead. So moving ahead for the next slide, just a moment. Let us come on to the next slide, that what is ERP, and we will going to understand little more in detail. So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource and Planning. Enterprise is giving us the information about any kind of a industry, or a kind of organization, commercial organization, or any kind of uh, entity which is involved in manufacturing different kinds of products. And not only manufacturing of different products, it can be involved in some kind of trading activities as well. Okay, so this doesn't mean that every organization should be involved in some kind of a manufacturing only. There are different kinds of organization are there which are involved in different kinds of activities. It could be even manufacturing, it could be even servicing of a particular instrument, or any vehicle, or a kind of some kind of a economic activity which involves some kind of trading processes. Like for example, if someone is manufacturing a particular product, and then they are assembling it with some other product and making a kind of combo offer, but they are not at all manufacturing that particular item. Okay, so such kind of industries, organizations, or enterprise, they fall under this particular enterprise stuff. And then coming on to the resource part, it consists of man, that is the manpower; money, that means the investment what that particular organization will going to make to establish that a particular enterprise; and of course the material, that is that can be understood as a raw material. It could be even some uh, finished item as well, and different types of materials are involved to run an industry, an organization, or an enterprise. And coming on to the machine part, several different types of machines are involved which are helpful to convert that particular raw material into a finished product that is being purchased by that particular customer. And also different types of methods as well. For example, if I talk about the methods, there are several departments are there in a particular industry. If I talk about let's say quality inspection, wherein the raw material is coming in, peoples are uh, uh, putting their all efforts, their due diligence to check the incoming quality of the material, and then particular material is being fed into the production lines, going through the different processes and getting it converted into the end product. Okay, so this is a kind of method which is very much responsible to process the material into the production line. Similarly, there will be some different methods when this material is ready to be sell out to the customers. So that particular method would be different. So each and every department will going to have their own different methods of working, and usually in industry language we are calling these methods as SOPs, that is a standard operating procedures. Okay, so all these departments are having different SOPs which are very much important to be followed by those technicians, those operators who work on the shop floor. Okay, so this talks about the method part. Coming on to the planning part, planning is a kind of process oriented a strategy, I would say, which integrates different types of systems together. If I talk about, let's say, production department, wherein the material is being fed into the production lines, getting it processed and converted into the end product. Here with this particular department of that I have just shared as production department, is tightly integrated with the finance department, it is tightly integrated with the HR department, it is tightly integrated with the sales department, because all the volumes, all the quantity what we are feeding into the production line, that is completely monitored by these departments, that how much quantity of that raw material we have fed into the production lines, how many different processes are working to getting it converted into the end product, and what is the investment what we have made for this entire end-to-end process, that is starting from the incoming quality control through the the different processes which fall in between the production lines till the material is ready to be shipped to the customers. So there are several different types of departments who work seamlessly for an end-to-end flow of the uh, item. Similarly, not only these items are flowing from one end to another, also this SAP system helps to perform a very easy and uniform flow of information as well. So this information is containing the quantity of the raw material, how much quantity is used into a particular raw material, how many batches are there, what is the how many purchase orders were created to purchase that particular raw material which has been kept into the inventory. Somebody had taken the material out and fed into the production lines. So this planning process is also deals with the very important factor, that is production planning as well, wherein the material is being planned, that how much material we would going to take, how much uh, mm, volume will going to get converted into a end product, because this raw material will also going to constitute to some scrap as well. We cannot say that 500 kg of the raw material is going to get absolutely converted into the 500 kg of the end product. No, that is absolutely not possible. So that would going to be some wastage as well. So everything needs to be counted in the entire end-to-end process by all these departments who are working seamlessly with each other, not only with reference to the physical handling of the material, but also with reference to the uniform flow of all kinds of very important information which is getting transferred from one department to another department. Okay, now coming on to the requirement part, this is a little technical, I would say. It is a kind of very unique system with a common database with which is having easy to use different types of applications and different types of interfaces which connects these applications together. And finally these applications and interfaces, they work seamlessly across multiple departments, as I shared with you, like production planning department, incoming quality control, or inventory management, or sourcing department, that is purchasing department. Similarly, let us have finance department as well, and reporting department as well, like BW. It is also one of the module, that is business warehouse, which falls which is one of the module of the SAP technology. And finally we have the sales department as well, that is the SAP SD module, which you know totally monitors that how much raw materials is converted into the finished product, so that they can be ready to ship that particular item to the customer. Okay, so all these different departments are logically integrated and they are transacting between each other to have a meaningful output with reference to the material what we have fed into the production lines. And there are different types of other aspects as well for this SAP, like different types of mm, accesses are being provided to the user and to the management to check different types of reports. Those reports could be that how much sale we have done in the last month, or how much sale we have done in the earlier 15 days, or how much volume of the item we have purchased in last 6 months, how many different purchase orders were created, and what is the level of the spend what we are making for procuring the raw materials or any kind of a materials. Not only raw materials, it could be even some kind of item for assets, some kind of item for project materials, different types of spends what we are making. So SAP is having that kind of capability to generate different types of reports to the user level and also at the management level as well. Any questions so far about this detailed description for ERP and requirements? Are we good, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let us move ahead for the next slide. So this is the particular slide which talks about that how different systems, are connected seamlessly with each other, and how these different systems are talking to each other in a way of passing the information from one department to another, and also with reference to the passing of the transactional data as well. So I will come to this transactional data part in a while. So if you can see, let's let me take an example of inventory part. Okay, so whenever we are procuring a particular raw material, our inventory is updated on two bases. This is just a kind of very simple example I would like to share with you all. And what are those two bases? One is at the quantity basis, and number two at the value basis. Okay, so this inventory is updated uh, on quantity and value basis, and the moment the inventory is having a, a particular kind of material into its premises, we, the organization, are now holding ourselves that we are liable, we are accountable, and we are responsible to pay that much amount to the supplier, because we have purchased that item from the supplier. Okay, and here comes the importance of the general ledger account, the accounts payable team. These general ledger accounts are different types of accounts which are getting triggered on every kind of a material movement. If we have purchased a material into our inventory, or if we are selling a material from our inventory to the customer. And similarly, this inventory team and I would say inventory department is tightly and seamlessly integrated with the accounts payable team as well. This is the department which falls under the finance department. They take the complete responsibility of making the payment to the supplier. And also, there is one more department which is working similar to what AP is working. This is referring to accounts receivable. That means whenever we are making a sale of our end product, that is a finished product, to the customer, we are getting the money from that customer to ourselves. And this particular department, which is being referred as AR, and this AR refers for accounts receivable. That means we are getting the money back in exchange of the material what we have sold to that customer. So this particular department is responsible to recover or to take that material from the customer when we are done with the when our selling process. Okay, and there are a couple of other departments like shop floor executions, controlling area, engineering design, manufacturing engineering. These are all tightly integrated with each other, and they work seamlessly for one and the only motive, that we are using this very wonderful software, that is SAP, for our seamless, consistent, efficient, and very much, I would say, highly optimized process to achieve our single goal of growth, or I would say uh, the company's motive, that we want to sell our product to the customer. Okay, so these are this particular slides talking about that how these different departments are tightly integrated with each other. Okay, any questions so far with reference to this particular slide? Anyone? If no any questions, then we are moving ahead for the next slide.
Yeah.
Coming on to this slide, that is SAP as a future. So any team member, okay, and those people who are absolutely fresher, those people who are having some knowledge in the field of, let's say, inventory management, or some kind of a purchasing kind of activities, or I would say uh, they may be a part of a consulting team, but they are not owning complete responsibility to perform an end-to-end work, or different types of business analyst, or even system users. That is, we are calling them as end users. These end users perform the responsibility of, let's say, if I talk about inventory management, then these end users are holding the responsibility of posting good receipt into the premises for a particular plant. They are also even responsible to do the material transfer from one plant to another plant, or storage location to storage location, like that. Okay, so uh, I mean, there are different types of career opportunities are there. First is for even it is for project manager. They are having the responsibility to run a project, starting from scratch till the delivery, that is the go live. They are responsible to do the forming of the team, that how many consultants are needed, and they are dividing a particular project into different phases. And those phases could be, one phase could be the requirement gathering phase, another phase could be the uh, as is and the to be analysis, that what exactly is currently being used by that particular business, and what they want them to be converted for. Okay, so such kind of a discussion will going to happen during the business requirement phase. Another phase would going to come for the SAP consultant team to do the required configuration into the system and moving it to a different system. Like there are three different servers are there in SAP. Number one is the development instance. We are calling these servers as instance as well. We can also call them as environment as well. So number one, development instance is also is one of the instance in SAP. Number two, it is quality instance, that we are also calling it as testing environment. And number three, it is production environment, wherein the actual transactional data processing happens, and the end user, the business people, they work into this live environment to run their business with reference to different transition codes which belongs to different departments. Like production planning will going to run different set of transition codes. Sourcing and procurement would going to run different set of transition codes. Inventory management, business warehouse, HR department, finance people, sales and distribution team, and some plant maintenance, quality management, and there are n number of different modules are there. So this will be a responsibility of a project manager, that how to deliver an end-to-end project starting from scratch till the go live of that project. Okay, and in the go live as well, there are several different responsibility also are there. The especially the cutover activities. For those people who are absolutely new to the SAP environment, they might not be understanding that what exactly is cutover. So we will going to cover it during our training session when it will going to start. So these cutover activities are very, very important. And once the go live happens, it is very, very important to be be accountable for the hypercare support activities as well. Because once you are once the software is gone live into the production system, the end user will going to start using it, and there are definitely going to be chances that some people might face any access issues, so they will going to rush to the security people. Some people will going to have some different kinds of process knowledge issues, that this is a new transaction code. They might run into some kind of extra training as well, even though the training is already given to them before the go live. Okay, so this is all responsibility lies with the project manager. Coming on to the second point, which is having the description as project team members. So these team members, and this third point, that is SAP consultant and analyst, these both these 2 points are actually the same. So these project team members consist of different SAP consultants. Okay, so depending upon the project scope and the project volume, the business people decide that how many different modules consultant would going to be there on the onboarding project. Let's say SAP MM would be there, SAP MM consultant would be there. Similarly, finance will definitely going to be there, because without finance, I mean, nothing will going to roll out to the next level. So SAP finance consultant is required. Similarly, SAP SD consultant, that is SAP sales and distribution, SAP HR, if they want to convert their legacy system into the HR. Sometimes it happens that the business tells us to the implementation organization. And let's say Accenture is implementing all these different modules, but that particular company, that particular business tells shares their opinion that we are working into a different HR system from last 20 years, and we do not want to change our legacy system from the old one to the new SAP HR module or some kind of SAP Success Factor or SAP Workday. So in such a situation, the Accenture company would not going to deploy any SAP HR consultant to that particular business, because they do not want to implement SAP HR into their project. Okay, so let's come to the allocation point, like with reference to this project team members and the SAP consultant and analyst need. So SAP MM, SAP FI, SD, and if uh, they want to convert their legacy system into the plant maintenance, then definitely SAP plant maintenance consultant would be needed to uh, mm, do the required configurations for their business. Similarly, if they want to do the quality inspection as well, the entire QM module needs to be implemented by a SAP QM consultant. So depending upon the business need and depending upon the legacy what they are using from last 15 or 20 years, and now they are interested to implement SAP, they will going to decide that how many different processes they want to convert into the SAP modules. Okay, so and now coming on to the key SAP system users. So these are those users. Usually what happens that in a particular industry where the SAP is to be implemented, some people they are having a very detailed knowledge of their process. So those people are allowed to form a core business IT team member. So these people are from the business I'm referring to, that organization where Accenture would going to implement SAP. Okay, so these key systems users are having their all legacy knowledge, like how they were raising the purchase orders when they were not working on SAP platform, let's say from last 14 or 15 years. So they know all in and out, and how they are managing the suppliers, and how they are managing inventories, how they are managing the sales, and how they are managing the finances with reference to the spend and revenues and everything. So these SAP system users are allowed to work on a similar kind of a process what they were using from last 7 to 20 years, but now on a different platform, that is SAP. So all the required trainings are being given to these SAP end users. They are given all the required access. If I talk about access, let's say if I talk about procurement team, so there are different transaction codes are there which are uh, um, whose access to be given to those people who are responsible to do the procurement activities. Okay, but these people would not going to have any kind of SAP T code access for any kind of a sales activity or any kind of a finance activity or any kind of a SAP QM or PM related activities, because these peoples are having absolutely they are having the accountability to work in a procurement division wherein they perform all their purchasing activities and all different types of roles with reference to sourcing and procurement. Okay, so this is how the SAP security consultant, SAP governance, risk and control, these consultants are also called as SAP GRC consultants, who are actually dividing those different authorization access to different people from different departments. Okay, so this is all about that how one can think to shape up their career into these different types of roles. Any questions so far uh, for this particular slide, SAP as a future? Are we good?
None from my side. Thank you.
Okay, great. Let us move it for the next slide. So this particular slide talks about the SAP career path. Okay, if I talk about the entry level, where I'm moving my cursor round and round. So this particular entry level is for system developers, that is the technical people. If you are aware, I mean those people who are working in SAP environment, they have heard the word of technical people like ABAP, Advanced Business Application Programmer. So these technical people are responsible to do the change in the program, change in the logic as per the business need, and we are doing some customization from our end into the program logic, which help us to meet the business requirement, and we can transform the system as per their need to some extent, because SAP doesn't allow to do a very big massive change into its standard functionality. Okay, so these are the different types of levels are there, like entry level, the system developers or application support. This is handled by the functional consultant. If we talk about the intermediate level, here the people who are responsible, or who wants to come to this particular role, these people are helpful to design a particular system from a technical perspective. And also there will be a functional consultant as well, who would going to design the system from the configuration perspective. Okay, coming on to the consultant level, and this is a bit this is a level which is having a little more experience with reference to these two levels. I would say like 4 to 5 years of experience is needed to achieve for this particular level, that is consultant level. And there are two types of consultants are there. Number one is the technical consultant, as I shared with you, that is ABAP consultant, the those people who do the changes technically into the program, into the logic, into the code, so that we can meet the business objective. Similarly, there is a functional consultant who is responsible to do the required configuration into the SAP system to achieve the business objective, okay, for SAP S4HANA. Coming on to the expert level, and this particular level is little bit more experienced level in comparison to the consultant level, wherein people are working on a role of system architect, wherein they are you know diving deeper to understand the the very deep line of the system architect. Okay, that how the system interacts with each other, what is the system layout, what is the system landscape, that they can they are having that ability to design that system by their own. And also on the other side, there are functional experts are there, who are also called as cross functional expert. And what do you mean by cross functional expert? These cross functional experts are referring to the fact that, let me give you an example, that uh, I'm having a 19 years of experience of SAP a very rich experience. But along with the SAP uh, I had worked on a couple of projects for SAP QM and SAP PM as well in my career. Okay, for about, let's say, around 4 to 5 years, I had worked with several projects for different clients for SAP QM, and similarly for SAP PM as well. So I can call myself as a cross-functional expert. That means a functional consultant or a functional consultant who is having the knowledge more than one module. Okay, with more than one module. So such kind of a functional consultants or functional experts are called as cross functional experts. Okay, so coming on to this particular part, this is all dealing with different types of expert level, different types of technical people who are working on different roles and responsibilities. Similarly, the third column is talking about different types of functional consultants who are owning the responsibility to deliver the value. Okay, now coming on to the last part, when someone reaches at this expert level, when they are having a very good capability, very good knowledge of even if it could be of a single module as well, and it could be even multiple modules, they can even think to you know uh, step one leap ahead to transform their existing consulting career into a management career as well. Okay, so this junior management, middle management, senior management, these different types of ladders, which are helping that particular consultant to jump from their existing consulting career to a kind of program manager, or a kind of program resource, or a project manager kind of a role, wherein they will going to lead a particular project by especially focusing on the first the project scope, second the resource allocation, and also the risk mitigation as well, and also how much spend what we were going to make on those different allocated resource, and also different phases as well. I mean, when this project will going to start, and what will be the different phases, and when are we planning to have this project to set to as go live. Okay, so this is the management part. But I would say that on an average, a particular consultant who is having a 10 to 12 years of experience, when they gain every aspect of knowledge from the system architect perspective, from the functional perspective, or I would say more than one module knowledge, they can think to step up on the next ladder for the management part. Also, if I talk about couple of consultant, they are even they are uh, working at a system architect level, but they do not want to jump onto the management level. Reason being, if they jump onto this particular level, they will going to lose all their technical knowledge. So some people even think in a direction that we will going to work as a system architect, we will going to work as a cross functional expert, or functional consultant, or system designer, or technical consultant, and to have this knowledge with them always, they do not want to transform their career. But other aspirant, I mean, some people can think it in a different way, to jump onto a different role for the management part. They can think for a kind of dual responsibility, that they have already gained the knowledge for technical expertise from last 10 to 15 years, and now they want to convert it into the management role. So yeah, any questions so far for this particular slide for SAP career path, everyone? If no, then we can proceed ahead for the next slide. So this particular course, that is the SAP S4HANA training, it is for transforming your existing career into a successful SAP functional consultant. What do we mean by functional consultant? Functional consultant's responsibility is to gather the business requirement, and to map it into the available SAP functionality, and to configure it as per the business need, and push it into the production whenever it is ready, after the testing is done. So this is the I have just shared very quickly about that what SAP functional consultant does. Okay, and what are this course concept contains. Actually, this is dealing with managing the material, that is different types of products and services. And this SAP is a backbone of the logistic area. It targets at increasing the productivity of a particular institution, enterprise, organization, company. It reduces costs as well. I mean, it helps us to eliminate some kind of non-value added activities. It also helps us to increase the optimization of a particular process. It also helps us to increase the efficiency and consistency of a particular process by reducing some number of hours, which help us to achieve that particular output within a less time. And also there is no any chance of shortage of material as well, because all the different tools which are there in the SAP technology, they help us to monitor each and every shortage of the material, and they help us to trigger the procurement as and when the stock is fallen below the safety stock. So these are particular different terms I'm using. We will going to use it into our training session. Okay, and moving ahead for the next slide. Yes, so this is the last slide which we will going to talk about. Actually, I will going to cover this into our actual session, which we will going to start in a couple of days. Okay, and this particular slide is talking about the SAP organization structure. Okay, so uh, uh, every module in SAP, if I talk about SAP Finance, or Sales and Distribution, or HR, or Quality Management, or Plant Maintenance, or even Business Warehouse, each and every module is having its own organization structure. So this organization structure is absolutely the same kind of hierarchy what we are using into our different institution. If I talk about, let's say, Shubha, for your organization, if you are working in some other countries other than India, okay, then this particular institution is having someone sitting on the top. It could be even a vice president, or even a CEO or a CFO, or a site director who is taking in charge of that particular institution. And under that site director, there are, let's say, four plant heads are there. One plant head is production head, number two is maintenance head, number three is operation head, and number four is, let's say, sales head. Okay. And under these four different heads, there are different managers are there who are taking care of their own respective organizations. And under these different managers, we are having different engineers who are working with the different technical team on the shop floor or at the different departments. And under those managers, there will be some technical people would be there, technicians would be there. Okay. And this is how a particular enterprise structure runs, with its own hierarchy. And this hierarchy varies from company to company with reference to their different operating models. Similarly, SAP is having its own organization structure, and it starts with the first organization level, which is called as client. And this client is, you need not to get confused with the word client, that, in normal industries, what happens that we are using this particular word client as, some kind of, our customer is coming, or let's say, a customer is coming to visit or audit our plant, that how we are manufacturing their end product. They want to see and end to end process like that. So this particular word client is not referring to that customer. Actually, this client word is a set of different servers. These are actually hardwares, and these servers are, number one is the development server, number two is the testing server, that is the quality server, number three is the production server, and number four is the sandbox server. So these are different servers are there which are holding all the configuration data, master data into it. So it is very, very important to have this particular client on the topmost level. And under this particular level, we are having n number of company codes are there. So these company codes is a legal financial entity which holds different types of finance related parameters. And these finance related parameters are general ledger accounts, different types of profit centers, cost centers, assets, and controlling areas. So this particular organization level, which falls on number two, it actually handles all the finance related activities which is happening under our particular plant, or even more than one plant. So this particular company code configuration is being done by SAP finance consultant. Okay. And on the top, this client part, that means setting up the hardware, setting up the servers for development, quality, production, and sandbox. This particular activity is done by SAP basis consultant. So there is a team of basis consultants who are responsible to establish and implement all these servers into the uh, client premises. Okay. So coming on to the third part, that is the plant. That means this is an organization level. So this is the third organization level under SAP S4HANA organization structure. Here, all kind of manufacturing activities, all kind of servicing activities, all kind of maybe trading activities, some kind of assembling activities happens into a particular plant. So this is just a kind of a general definition. But who will going to logically define a particular plant? So here comes the roles and responsibility and the accountability of SAP consultant. SAP consultant holds the responsibility to configure a particular plant, its address, its telephone number, its email address, and everything, all pin code, postal code, everything, its city, country, everything is there, which is configured by the SAP consultant. Coming on to the another part, that is the purchasing organization. So this purchasing organization is the fourth number of the organization level, which which is responsible for all the procurement activities. Let's say it could be for procurement of a raw material, it could be for a non-inventory item, like let's say some spare parts or some office stationaries or some kind of cleaning agent, some shop floor cleaning kind of items, or some kind of some different types of tools are needed by the maintenance department. So this particular department is handled by all those people who are responsible and involved in all the procurement activities. Okay. And this this purchasing activities happens at two level. Number one, it could be even configured at a company code level, and it could be even configured at a plant level. So what is the difference between setting up the purchasing organization at company code level and at plant level? Let me give you one example. That in India there is a company of Eicher tractors. So this company Eicher manufactures all those farming tractors, which being purchased by all those village people. They use it for their farming, and they are using into their farming land. Okay. Now this particular company, Asha Tractors, is having its head office in New Delhi, and their manufacturing division is in, number one, is in Faridabad, number two is in Mumbai, number three is in Jabalpur, and number four, it is in Odisha. Now, this company had decided to procure all the spare parts, all the metal parts, all the raw materials, all the any kind of office stationaries, everything from the head office, and that is located in New Delhi. So what they will going to do, they will going to set up the configuration for purchasing organization at the company code level. That means this will going to be a centralized purchasing, which will going to happen from the head office, and from there, after having this purchasing done, they will going to transport all the items to the different plants. But sometime what happens, due to the more freight cost, due to the more carrier charges, sometime when they do the calculation, they find that whatever we are purchasing, we are putting more money into the transporting of our spare parts. So there is also one of the possibility that we can set up the configuration at the plant level as well. So as I said, that we have four manufacturing facilities, one at Faridabad, second is at Jabalpur, third is at Mumbai, and fourth is at Odisha. So we can develop some suppliers locally into those cities, and we can link our purchasing organization to those different plants which are located in different regions. So that will going to be called as a local purchasing. And when we have decided to purchase at the central level, this will going to be called as a centralized level. Okay. Now, hope this makes sense, and this is not going over the head of everyone. Is it fine with everyone? I mean, hope I'm not going in more detail in the first overview session.
No,
Are we
this was
good?
good, Rajiv. Yeah, this was nice.
Okay, great. So coming on to the last organization level, which is having the description as storage location. So here you can see plant number one is having its two storage location level, and plant number two is having only single storage location level, that is storage location 3. So this also falls under the roles and the responsibility and accountability of SAP consultant to configure their storage location logically into the SAP system and getting it linked to the plant. Okay, so depending upon the business requirement, that how much raw material they want to store on a daily basis or on a monthly basis, they can decide that how many storage location they should have. Similarly, if you can see in the plant 2, there might be some kind of circumstances that this plant might not be holding that much volume. That's why they have decided to keep only a single storage location. So just want to recap. Number one, the client, that is the that consists of different types of servers, that is development server, testing server, production server, and sandbox server. These different servers are being configured and implemented by SAP basis consultant. Number two, company code is configured by SAP finance consultant. Number 3, plant, purchasing organization, and store location. These are all falling under the responsibility of SAP MM consultant. Okay, so this is the last slide which I have just spoke about the SAP organization structure. During our training time, when it will going to start, we will going to learn more in detail about different types of topics like enterprise structure. So enterprise structure is is another word of organization structure. We will going to learn how to configure company code, client, plant, everything, and followed by different types of other topics like master datas, purchasing documents, approval process for purchasing documents, inventory management, batch management, pricing procedures, split valuations, and special procurement, and different types of other topics. So there are total around, I would say, around 17 to 18 topics are there which falls under SAP MM S4HANA training session. So this is my last slide. I just come back to my that meeting window. Just let me know if we have any open questions so we can discuss them further.
So Rajiv, you also give like practical examples, and we get like server access and stuff.
Yes. So Naveen will going to take care of all the server access and all the study materials, and all our sessions will be recorded.
Rajiv, I have one more question. Maybe not now. So while others drop, I can ask a question at the last time. I mean, separately, one on one. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely okay. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone else is having any questions we can discuss?
I think this was good, Rajiv. Thank you so much for the detailed explanation and this demo. It was really helpful.
Yep. Most welcome, Shubha. Yep. Thank you. Hema, Jayashri, Anil, Harsh, Fazilat. Any questions?
Everyone good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we are wrapping up the session now, and you can get in touch with Naveen that what are our next step for starting the session, and then we will meet and talk soon. Thank you for
Hey,
your
Rajiv.
time. Over to you, Harsh. Over to you, Harsh. Harsh, are you there?
Harsh, could you hear me?
Hello.
Let's go with other participant, Fazilat. Yeah.
Yeah. Fazilat, please go ahead.
This is Fazlat here. Hello, everyone. I don't have
Hello.
any experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
thank you,
background is
Fazilat.
electronics engineering. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hema.
Hi,
Everyone.
I'm Hema. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Hema. Previously, I have a AML KYC experience 2 years. Now I am continue my career in this sector, so I don't have any experience here. I'm new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Hema. Yeah. Jayashri.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hi, sir. Good evening. My name is Jayashri. I pursued my engineering in information science and engineering, and I worked as a technical advisor for 1 year. Yeah, currently I am willing to learn the SAP course. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jayashri. So thank you very much, everyone, for your introduction. Let me just quickly introduce myself as well once again. So my name is Rajiv. I'm having a total of 27 years of experience, out of which 8 years into manufacturing domain, and from last 19 and a half years, I'm working into SAP MM role. Worked for different projects such as implementation projects, rollouts, support, upgrades, testing, everything. And out of this 19.5 experience from last 15 years, I am working as a freelancer as well, training and helping people to, help them to have their, goal achieved in this particular field of SAP technology. Okay, so I will not going to take much time. I'm quickly sharing my screen with you so that we can start our first session for SAP organization structure. So just a moment. Yep. Please confirm, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So our today's session is for SAP organization structure. Okay. We also call this as SAP enterprise structure as well. So the meaning of enterprise and organization is absolutely the same meaning. We can also call it as SAP organization structure. We can also call it as SAP enterprise structure. So what does this mean? I mean, what does this contain? So let us focus on this particular image. This particular image talks about SAP organization structure. That is, on the top, there is a client. We have, so this is the first organization level, that is the client. And on number 2, the second organization level is company code. On number 3, the third organization level is plant. On number 4, the fourth organization level is storage location. And number 5, the fifth organization level is purchasing organization. Okay. So what do you mean by this particular first organization level, that is client? So client is referring to your different types of servers, and these servers are holding a very, very important data into it. And that data is referring to your master data. Okay. Here master data, I am referring to material master data, business partner data, that is vendor master data, purchasing information record, source list, everything. Okay. Similarly, these servers also
Rajiv, your voice is
okay. Yeah,
hello.
just a moment. Please confirm, is my voice okay?
Your voice
Naveen,
is
your voice is breaking, and at the same time, I'm not able to see your screen either.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Not that.
Please confirm, everyone. Hope everyone is able to see my screen, and hope everyone is able to
Yes,
hear me.
yes.
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 Okay, perfect. Just
I don't see screen. I mean, it's saying screen is being shared, but it is not loading on my end. I'm not sure why.
okay. So why don't you do one thing? I mean, is it Shiva or Harsh?
It's
Okay, Shiva. So can you please, rejoin the meeting, and then maybe the system will work for you. I hope it is working, fine for everyone. Okay, perfect. So let us come to the first organization level. We will understand it, what it is exactly. So there are different types of servers are there, okay, which are also called as client, and they are also called as servers. So these four important servers play a very important role while, setting up everything for a particular client for a particular business. So the first server is the development server, and the basis consultant are, giving their naming and convention, like it is a 3-digit numeral letter. Okay, 3-digit characteristics, I would say. So they are, configuring it with some these kind of, terminology, like for development server they are giving it as 100, and for quality server they are giving it as 200, and for production server it is 300, and for sandbox it is 400. So these different servers help to maintain the master data into it. some transactional data. What do you mean by transactional data? That means, let's say, for example, if I'm creating a particular purchase order, so that data is there into the server. Okay. And there are several different types of transactions are there, which helps to create some purchasing documents, or maybe some transactional data are used to perform some material movement process into the inventory. Some transaction data are there to perform some finance related activities or some production planning activities. Okay. So these different servers are, configured by SAP basis consultant. Okay. Like if you have heard about different types of consultant like SAP consultant, SAP PP production planning, SAP sales and distribution, SAP finance, SAP HR, SAP BW, SAP plant maintenance, quality management, SAP uh, cloud services, something like that. So similarly, there is a consultant whose responsibility is to configure different servers into the SAP system. Okay, and these consultants are called as SAP basis consultant. So this is for the client. Okay, coming on to the second organization level, that is company code. So this second organization level company code is configured by SAP finance consultant. Okay, how this particular activity is done into the SAP system, and we will going to do our configuration right now in the system by configuring a particular company code into our system. Okay. Once we are done with this configuration, then we will move ahead for the configuration of the plant. Okay. Now coming on to the company code part, this particular legal finance related entity, that is company code, it is configured by SAP finance consultant. They are actually totally responsible and accountable to configure the company code into the system. And one more important thing would like to share with you, that whatever we do in SAP, whether we are doing some configuration, whether we are maintaining some master data, or we are doing some any kind of a transactional data, it is all saved into a particular table. Okay, and these are standard tables wherever you live on this planet. Let's say, for example, if someone is living in Argentina, someone in Germany or Europe, Vietnam, Shanghai, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, Cambodia, wherever, these tables will going to remain the same. Okay, that means, let's take an example for company code. The table in which the company code data is saved and updated is T001. Okay, and this table can be displayed with this transaction SE16. One more important thing, everyone, please have your kind attention, that each and every organization level, or maybe it could be even master data or transactional data, whatever, it is having its own technical field name as well. For example, for company code, the technical field name is Bookers, BUKRS. Okay. Okay. So let us quickly move ahead into the SAP system, and we will going to configure this company code today. Okay. So this is my SAP system. Now I'm quickly going into the SPRO. This is the very important transition code to go into the configuration path. Now I'm hitting on this left side tab, which is having the description as SAP reference IMG. Okay, and then I have to select this particular option, which is having the description as enterprise structure. So as we are configuring, we are designing, we are building our enterprise structure, we have to go into this menu, that is enterprise structure. Open the node, the black arrow which is pointing towards the right hand side. Okay, like this. Now we have to define our organization structure. So it is very simple to think in a direction that we have to select this particular option, which is having the description as definition. Again, open the black node, and then we can see there are so many options are there, that what we want to define under financial accounting, controlling, logistics general, sales and distribution, service, materials management, logistic execution, everything. Okay, but if you go to our Word document, here you can see we are performing this particular activity for the second org level. So question to you, Hema, for which particular organization we are about to do the configuration. I mean to say, for which particular organization level we are about to start our configuration.
I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know. Please tell me. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Can you ask me again?
Sure. Yep. So my question to you, that out of this image, this particular image, for which particular organization level we are starting our configuration?
Company code only, no?
Very good. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear from you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are under definition. Now we will going to select the node for financial accounting and then open the node, the black node. And here you can see the third option, that is edit, copy, delete, check company code. So as per the SAP standard functionality, it is very important to configure a new company code by copying from the existing company code. It is very important. And why it is recommended? Because the original company code, or maybe the default company code which is there, it is containing all the required tables into it, and it is containing all the required data. And what do you mean by data? This company code is containing some different data like general ledger accounts, different types of GL accounts are there, different types of cost centers are there, different types of profit centers are there, controlling areas are there, and fiscal areas are there. So you might be thinking that these terminology are very much finance related jargons, okay, but we needed to have much more details into it, but it is just to have a little knowledge that what exactly is a GL account, what exactly is a profit center or cost center or controlling area. These are all found in a company code, and with the help of these different types of data, that company will going to start its work from the finance perspective. So I'm going to hit on this particular clock, this small clock which is having a green tick onto it. But before that, if you want to read some more documentation, then you can read this as well whenever you have time, when you are doing some hands-on from your side. So if I hit on it, you can see there is a documentation. It is a very wonderful documentation which tells us that in this process step, you create your company codes. The company code is an organization unit in accounting. It is used to structure the business from the financial accounting perspective. We recommend you that you copy a company code from an existing company code. This has the advantage that you also copy the existing company code specific parameters. If required, you can then change certain data into the relevant application. Okay, so you can read it in your free available time. But for the training perspective, we are directly going into this execution part. I will just going to hit on this particular round clock, and you can see we have two options are there. So before I hit on this copy, delete, check company code, I want to go into the second option, which is having the description as edit company code data. Here you will be able to see that we have 72 company codes with us, 72. Okay, and let me just show you that how the company code data look like into the SAP system. So I'm just going to double click this 0001, and you can see this is how the company code information look like. What it contains, it is contained number one, it's 4 alphanumeric letter. Number two, company name, SAP AG, city, country, currency, and language. Okay. Apart from this, you also have to hit on this particular icon, which shows the description as address. Click on it, and you can see some. I mean, in this one, there is no any address maintained over here, but we can maintain it from our end. Okay. So this is how the company code data look like. Now what we will do now, So, Fazilat, are you able to read how many entries we have? How many?
70.
Perfect. Very good. Let me just open another window and one more question to you.
Yeah.
By reading this or everything on point number 2, can you please show us the table name for company code in which the company code data is saved? What is the table name?
T001.
Yes, absolutely correct. And one more question to you. By which T code we can display this table?
SC16.
Yes, absolutely correct. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now what I'm doing, I'm going to the SAP system and I will type SE16, hit enter, and I'm putting the table T001, enter. Now I can go directly into this button. I will go inside it in a couple of minutes. But before that, I will going to hit on this number of entries. I just want to see that how many company codes are there into this particular training system. So if you can see, so again question to you, how many entries we are able to read over here?
72.
72, absolutely correct. Now I'm going to hit on this execute and system will going to give you all the details for 72. Okay, SAP AG, these are the different text. Okay, Waldorf Germany, like that. Okay, we will going to create one more company code today by copying from this existing 0001, and you will see this table will be instantly updated with one more entry and it will going to get converted to 73. So let's quickly go to our configuration path, come back. Now I'm going to hit on this first option, which says copy delete check company code. Just double click and you can see on the banner with these 4 bold words, it says organizational object company code. Okay, so we are in the company code screen and you can see the second option, it says copy org objects. So what we will do, we will enter our 0001, the existing company code. Okay, and we will input our 4 alphanumerical string to this new company code. Okay, so I will going to enter, let's say for example, if I go ahead with Aisha Tractors ETC1. Okay, so this is company code for Aisha Tractors. So this is my new company code ETC1. Okay, I'm just going to hit continue and system is asking you only copy the GL accounts if you want to allocate the same chart of accounts. Okay, so all the general ledger accounts which are absolutely the standard general ledger accounts which are there in 0001, they will going to get copied into your new company code, that is ETC1. Now click on yes. Now controlling area 0001 is assigned to the company code 001. That is also very important part for us. Again we have to hit on yes, and you can see it says customizing setting inconsistent, so you have to just ignore it and again click on continue. Okay, transport number regions and addresses, you have to just hit on continue. Okay, this is the very important part. Do you really want to transport number ranges? So whenever such occurs, we always have to hit on no, because we do not want to transport any number ranges. We will going to maintain the number ranges directly into our server. So always hit on no. Okay, and you can see the tables are getting copied. Please have your kind attention on the taskbar. It says 10%, 14%, 15%. Okay, so the tables which are there in 0001, the old company code, are now getting copied into your new company code, that is Aisha Tractor Company Code 1, that is ETC1. Okay, so we have to wait till all the tables are getting copied, and these tables are containing all those different parameters which has to be there into a particular company code. So as these tables were there in 0001, now all these tables and their specific parameters will going to get copied into your new company code to make it productive, to make it usable. Okay, so you can see we are up to 94%, 95%. So we are approaching 100%, and so yes, go ahead. Yeah.
What is the transport number range that we selected no for?
Sorry, transport number range.
We selected no for that, right? You selected
Yes,
yes for
yes,
everything else.
yes. Actually, for number ranges, we always have to select as no. Reason being, it is important to maintain the number ranges without any transport. Here transport is referring to that the number range of that old company code 0001. So there are several number ranges are there for, let's say, for some accounting documents are there, some different kind of clearing documents are there. So there are different number ranges are there into the SAP system. So by hitting on no button, that means we are informing the system that we do not want to transport the number ranges from an existing company code to the new company code. We will going to maintain it separately in the server. So that's why it is important to hit on no. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Now, one more important thing, please have your kind attention that whenever we do any configuration activity, so right now, this is the configuration activity we just did by copying the company code from an existing one into the new one. System will always going to give you this pop-up box. This pop-up is that transport request number. So this transport request number will going to hold your configuration changes for this company code. Okay, and not only for this company code, it will going to hold the all the configuration changes. It is for company code, it is for plant, it is for story location, purchasing organization, and their respective mutuals assignments as well. So what we will do, I'm going to hit on this particular blank page, that is create request, and here in the description I will going to just put as SAP S4HANA 26 November. Okay, so this is my description. That so whenever I will going to do any configuration, my changes will be saved into this particular TR, and the moment I hit on this save button, you will see one transport request number in this first field, which is just now appearing above short description. So this short description is the one which I have just now entered, and you will see the system will going to generate one number range for this for our transport request number. So I'm just going to hit on save. So you can see this is our number, that is P25K90041. So this is so your P25 is your server, is your client detail. Now click on continue, and you can see your company code is getting updated. It is taking some time to get updated, so let's wait for it. So you can see the system is giving us the message as company code 0001 copied to etc1. Now click on continue, and you can see the second tab which is having the description as completed activity. It says company code this and this copied to etc1. Okay. Okay. Now So as I said that that the table part, okay, that whatever we do in SAP, the system is having its own destined table. Similarly for company code as well, we do have the table. The very standard table is T001. So as you see, we have this table in front of us. What we will going to do, we will just immediately refresh and you can see this table is updated with your new company code, that is ETC1. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh. You can see this button refresh is there, which is having two blue arrows. I'm just going to hit on it and you can see now we have 73 company code with us. Okay, and we can search our company code over here as well. Here it is. Can you see this ETC1? Now you might be thinking that it is having some different name. So what had happened, as we have copied our company code 0001 to a new company code, okay, that's why the system had copied all the address part like Germany, Euro, everything. What we will do, just a moment, let me do, hold on, let me come back over here and I'm just putting my ETC1. But before executing it, I just want to show you the technical name of company code. So question to you, Jayashri, what is the technical name you are able to read over here where I am moving my cursor around and around?
Focus.
Correct. So this is pronounced as Bookers. Now,
Bookers.
yeah, Bookers, Bukrs. Now, I will going to change this name to English name. How we can do that? Go to the top menu settings, then click on the second option, user parameters, and then in this particular section of keyword, select your radio button to field label. The moment you choose to field label, system will going to give you the all its field name in English language. So just I am putting hit enter. So you can see now it is company code. So this is the English name. If you want to change it, or you, for example, if you want to have the information that what is the technical name, okay, what you can do, go to the top menu settings, then choose the second option, user parameters, and then click on field name and hit enter. And you can see again system had changed the English name to the technical name, and it is very, very important for every functional consultant to have the information for technical name as well. Hope this makes sense. Okay, do you want me to show again how I have got these English and technical names onto the screen of the table, or are we good, everyone? Fasilat, Hema, Harsh, Jayashri, Shiva.
All good.
Okay, perfect. Great. So yes. So I will going to execute this only for ETC1. So you can see only one data is coming. And if you remove the data, let me just remove it. And then system will going to give you the list of all the available company codes into your system. Okay. So let me just quickly just select only ETC1. I'm just going to execute it, and you can see some existing company code names like SAP AG, Vault of like this. So what we will going to do, we will going to update these address into the system. And how we can do that? So we are in the configuration path. I'm just going back. Now this is the added company code data. I'm just going to double click it and hitting on position. It says ETC1. Enter. Double click. You can see it says SAP AG because this SAP AG was copied from the old company code 0001. Okay, I'm just removing it and I'm making it as EI Aisher Unit 1. Okay, and city India, currency INR, language English. Okay. So currency is Indian. Okay. Now we have to hit on this particular icon for address. And but before that, let me just copy this because I have to maintain this in my address as well. So this is my name of my company. We can give some search name like this. Okay. And 14th Street, Faridabad. Country would be India, and the region will be Delhi. I think DL would be for Delhi. Perfect. Yes. And we can input some more information as well, like PO box number or postal code, and some email address as well for company code for this company. .com, aishatactors.com. Hit enter, and we can save this particular change into the address part. I'm just hitting on the save button, and you can see this pop-up box again is appearing at our end. So this is the transport request number, and in a couple of minutes I will share with you the importance of this transport number. Okay, so just wait for it. We have to again hit on continue button, and our address is updated. Now you are quickly going into the table, and you will see that the name and the city, language, currency, this is all is updated quickly. I'm just going to refresh, and you will see the change into the table. So this BUTX is the description of the company code. Just refresh it. So you can see now it is updated to Aisha Tractors Unit 1, Faridabad, India, Indian rupees, like that. So you can see the moment you do a particular change into the table will going to get updated instantly. Okay. Any questions so far? Are we good?
I have one question. So when
Yeah.
you created the company code,
Mhm.
the transport ticket pop-up uh,
Yeah. Transport
came up,
request number. Transport request
transport
number.
request screen popped up on the screen on
Yes.
your laptop or your SAP screen.
Mhm.
And at that time, the transport number was not uh,
Not generated by the
populated
system.
automatically. But this time, when you did it, it got generated automatically. So, was there anything else or something different that you did this time?
No, no, no. So you have asked a very good question. Actually, when I was about to save my data for the company code, the system had generated the first transport number during that screen. But this second time, when I was updating address into my company code, the same TR number got generated. I mean, I would not going to use the number as generated because the number was already generated when my copying activity of the company code was about to finish. Okay,
So, you
but
are
this time,
using the same TR number. That's what you're
absolutely
saying.
correct. Absolutely correct. Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
you're saying for every config change that you do, you will
Mhm.
not have a separate
Separate.
TR number.
No, 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 not needed actually. Not needed. We are doing this very good discussion. Usually, what happens that usually what happens that in order to avoid any kind of a confusion, consultants are trying to keep as less as many TRs with them, right? So there is no point in having more number of TRs. Otherwise, sometimes what happens that when we have to move these TRs to a different system, there are chances that few TRs may get left to not to be moved to the production system, and this creates a big issue as well, because if some changes are not gone into the production system, then
Hmm.
how we can expect that a particular process would going to work as
So in
expected.
which case a new TR number gets generated? Because here you mentioned that the same TR number is getting used, but when you did the first transaction or the first change where you were copying the company code data, uh, in that TR you mentioned the short description as creating a new company code or whatever you mentioned, correct? That was done 15 minutes ago, and this
Yes.
change you did now. So
Yes.
whoever is going to move the changes, or how are we going to keep a record of all the changes that you made in one single TR? Because the changes were made in a gap of 15 minutes or 30 minutes. So how do you keep a track of that? Or if you can just explain in which case a new TR number is getting generated, or is there
Absolutely.
a interval thing, or what is it?
Sure, yeah, I'm coming to that point. So let me give you an example. So right now, I'm doing the configuration for enterprise structure. Okay. So whatever the changes I'm doing into this training server, this is for the creation of the company code, for plant, for purchasing organization, for his storage location, and their mutual assignment as well. Okay. Everything is saved into one TR, and I could have given the description as configuration for enterprise structure, like that. So the description will going to help me to keep my TR absolutely separate from the other changes. So this is my one of the change wherein all the configuration related to the enterprise structure is maintained. Now let us come to a different work. So that different work could be even, let's say I have to configure a new document type for a purchase order. So we will come to that topic for purchase order after a couple of sessions. So there are several document types are there, but business wants to create a, let's say, a new document type for their business process, and they want to assign number in this. So when I will going to perform this particular configuration, I will going to give the description as configuration for PO new document type. So this description will going to help me to save a different kind of a configuration in a new TR. So this is how the nature of configuration help to differentiate these different transport requests.
You are saying when I put a different description, the TR number changes automatically.
No. I haven't said that. No, I
So
haven't
when
said that.
does the TR number change? So for example, right now we are making changes to company code, and after 30 minutes you make changes to a new PO type. So
Okay.
is everything going to be used under one same TR number, or it's going to be a different TR number? How
So
does that work?
everything will going to get saved into a single TR until and unless I'm not choosing to get it saved into a new TR. Hold on, let me do one thing. Hold on. In this particular description, let me go ahead with 4. Not sure whether this will going to. Usually, what happens that, can you see now? System is not giving you any TR pop-up because system is assuming that we are saving this change into that particular TR. Let me just show you the TR as well in a particular transaction, how it look like. Just a moment. So this is our TR P259001. If you can see, we have given this description SAP MMS for HANA 26 November, and you can see all those changes what we have done here under IMG activity. You can see these table contents. So this is T001 ETC1. You can see this is our new company code which we have created. Okay. But if you are doing some different configuration, and the system will going to give you a new TR pop-up, and that also depends on you, that if you are having a complete confidence that there is no need to create a new TR, then you can still go ahead with this same TR for saving your different configuration changes in this as well. But consultant do prefer to have separate TRs for separate configuration work. So that helps them to categorize that this particular TR is for configuration per, the another TR is for PO new document type configuration, like that. So it is simple to understand. I mean, let me know if you have further more questions. Hello? Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello? Am I properly audible? Jayashree, Shiva, Harsh, Hema?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So we are done.
Rajiv,
Yes.
Rajiv, I'm
Mhm.
really very sorry, but I just want to ask this. I mean, is it just my phone or my laptop? But the recording, the screen sharing just pauses for a while. It shows reconnecting. Your audio is completely on, but the screen sharing just stops for like 2-3 minutes. It reconnects and then it comes back. Is it from just me or everyone? Because I don't have any internet issues and I
Okay.
have.
So Fazilat, Hema, Shiva, Jayashree, are you also facing the same issue, or it is absolutely okay for you?
No, we are good.
We are okay.
I think Harsh.
I'm having a similar issue.
Huh?
I'm having a similar issue. This is Shiva.
Okay. So because internet is good at my end as well, I don't know, there might be some internet in inconsistency as well. I don't know, but uh, or maybe you can try to rejoining right, the session. Then it would be great.
I did, and I missed out on everything that you just were showing and discussing about that TR. The only thing that I could hear was that you said creating a new TR number is completely dependent on us. Is that right? Is that what you were?
Absolutely correct. Yes, yes. I mean,
Okay.
we can decide to create a new TR for our different work. Okay, so that we can do. Yeah.
Can you show us, please? Can you show me again? Or maybe if this session was recorded, I'll just go back and see.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yep. Do you want me to show you again? I mean, what you are
If
looking for? Just help you
I
understand.
mean, when? How can we create a new TR number if we want to?
New TR. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, let me do one thing. Hold on. Copy, delete, check company code. So what I am doing, I'm creating one more new company code now. Okay. ETC1. So I will copy from it and will create a new company code ETC2. Okay. Hit enter. Always click on yes. Yes. Continue. This is continue and no. Now you can see the tables are getting copied, and now we will see one pop-up box for the TR.
Hmm.
Now it totally depends on you. Now hold on. You can see system had shown you the TR number which was just generated by the system couple of minutes back when we were copying the first company code ETC1.
Correct.
But in this case, now it is totally a decision to be made by the consultant. If they want to save the configuration for the second company code etc2 in the same TR, they can go ahead with the continue button. If not, then they have to hit on this new create request. That's it.
Okay.
Like this. Okay. Now I'm going to maintain the description as configuration, or let me just maintain as SAP MM org structure, like this. Okay. Continue, and you can see this is a new TR number. I will show you both the TR's number into the transaction SE09. So this is the transaction which is used by SAP consultant to move this TR from one server to another server. I'm coming to that point, as I said earlier. So this is getting saved, and but before that, let me take you to the word screen. Here you can see. So please remember, whenever a consultant is doing the configuration, he is always making the configuration first into the development server. Once he is done with all the configuration changes for organization structure, he will going to move that TR from development instance to quality server. That means in quality server, that SAP consultant would not going to perform all those organization configurations again into the QA. No, the TR what we have generated, right? The TR which is holding all our configuration changes will going to get saved, okay, into the system, but we will going to move those changes from development server to quality server. Okay. So you can see our company code etc copied to etc2, and you can see this is done. Now let me take you quickly to the SE09 screen. SE09, enter, hit on display. Now you can see one more TR, Harsh, P25K90043. This TR is now holding your configuration changes for etc2. This is the table, and you can see it is having the detail for etc2. This is a separate TR. Hope this makes sense. Able to understand? Hello?
Yeah, it does make sense now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are done with the configuration part. Okay, and we just now, discussed about the TR part, right? This particular TR, let me just show you once again. So let's say, for example, this particular TR, which is ending with 43, is holding all your changes for company code, for plant, store location, and purchasing organization. Now, as I shared with you, that it is very important for a SAP consultant to do the testing of this entire organization structure into the QA server. So what he will do, he will going to select this, and there is a transport button as well, release directly. So when you're going to hit on it, system will going to move this from development instance to QA system. That means all your changes for company code, plant, purchasing organization, store locations will all going to get transferred from your development instance to your QA system. Okay. The consultant will not going to do everything from scratch in the QA instance. So as this is the single system we have, so it is not possible for us to do the release directly. Okay, but into the real scenario, when you have all the 4 servers available with you, number 1 the development instance, number 2 the QA instance, number 3 the production instance, and number 4 the sandbox instance, then you can move your changes into the QA system. This is how it works. Okay, any questions so far? Are we good? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So we are upon time now, and on Wednesday we will be meeting at the same time to further continue our session for organization structure. We will going to continue with our plant, purchasing organization, store location, and their mutual assignment with the different organization levels.
Okay.
Okay, and please do reach out to Naveen as well for your SAP server access, so that you can also do the hands-on in parallel to the training session. Okay, that will going to help you to be on track. Any further more questions? Or we are good to wrap up the session now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So thank you very much for your time and attention, and see you on Wednesday at the same time. Yeah. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So last time we have started our configuration for SAP MM org structure, that is enterprise structure, and we have configured the company code into our SAP training system. Okay, and we have created one company code as ETC1 by copying an existing company code, and we have modified the address, and this is how our company code, appears in the SAP system. And also we had a discussion about the, its definition, why there is a need to do the copy process from an existing company code to the new company code. Okay. Now moving ahead to the next organization level, that is plant. So can anyone please share any definition for plant? What is the definition of plant? How, how we can, portray plant in ourselves? What is the definition of a plant?
This is basically denoting a physical location of a manufacturing unit.
Okay. Any other definition? Okay, so let me just share, so you have shared absolutely correct definition. That is, the manufacturing process works, or I would say the manufacturing is the, activity which is, carried out in the plant. So along with the manufacturing activity, there are some other activities are, performed in a particular plant. There are several different types of plants are there. One definition could be a servicing plant, wherein we are in the plant, people are performing some servicing activities for a particular plant. Okay, that could be even servicing of some computers, servicing of some vehicles, servicing of some computer motherboards, like that. So that is also a plant wherein some activity is happening. Some plants also perform some trading activities wherein they are purchasing some parts from outside and they are getting it assembled and converting it into a end product and selling it to the customer, but they are not manufacturing anything over there. Okay, so these are the very simple definition of a plant. Now coming on to the SAP system, whenever consultant is done with its business requirement from the client, now it becomes his responsibility and accountability to map that particular requirement of a plant into the SAP system, and that is called configuration of a plant into the SAP system. Let us take an example of this Aisha Tractor company, which is located in Faridabad, and they are having their 4 plants in all over India. One is in Faridabad, another one is in Jabalpur, third one is in Ludhiana, and fourth one is in Chandigarh. So during the requirement gathering, the business people from Aisha Tractors who are working in Aisha Tractors from last 27 years or even 30 years, but they haven't used SAP before, but now they have a very good fund available with them and they want to grow their business at much faster rate by implementing SAP, and they want to invest a very heavy amount to do the implementation. And during requirement gathering, SAP consultant, SAP consultant had got the information that we have to configure 4 plants into our SAP system. And how that activity is to be done? That is to be done via the configuration menu in a similar way as we did last time while configuring the company code. Okay, so this is the particular menu path, and let us quickly go into the SAP system, and we will going to create one plant for our Aisha tractor location. So I'm going to SAP now. I'm coming back, one more back, and I will go to type in SPRO. Always remember this transition code. This is very important. SPRO. Go to the SAP reference IMG, and then click on enterprise structure, open the node, then click on definition. So we will be using this definition word so many times because in our last session, we have used the definition for company code. Similarly, we will be utilizing this definition node for our plant as well. Okay, but if you recall, the company code configuration falls under financial accounting. It is not the responsibility of a SAP consultant to do the configuration, but for training purpose, it is very, very important that every SAP consultant should know that how a company code is configured. Okay, so we will not going to go into the financial accounting because now we have to configure plant, and plant falls under logistics general. Okay, so logistics general, if you go to the Word document, here you can see the node for logistics general is open, and we will be hitting on this customizing this round icon which appears like a clock. We will going to hit on this define plant. Okay, so now I'm going to hit on define plant, but before that it is very, very important to perform this particular activity, because for plant as well, it is highly, highly recommended that you should create the plant by copying from an already existing plant. Hope it is clear to everyone. This is the similar activity we have done for configuring the company code into our SAP training system. Are we good? Any questions so far? Harsh, Shiva, Hema, Fazilat?
No, I'm good.
Great. And let me just quickly click on this documentation. This will going to let you know to read some very important documentation which you can read in your free time. It gives you the information about that it is recommended to do the copy part. Okay, the copy process. It will take some time to load the document. Let's wait for it. Let me close it out and again try to open it up. Copy delete check plant. No problem. Let's proceed ahead, and not sure due to what reason it is not getting it loaded. So let us quickly click on this particular execute button, which is having the description as copy delete check plant. But before that, I would like to show you that how many plants we have in this training system. So I just had a hit on this define plant, and you can see we only have 13 plants are there, just 13 plants. And we will need to copy our plant from this existing one, that is 1710. Okay, and also one more important thing, everyone. Question to you, Fazilat. What is the table name you are able to read for plant?
SC16?
No, no. I'm asking table name. Table name.
Okay. T001.
Yes, absolutely correct. And what is the T code to display the table?
SC16?
Very good, perfect. So let me open a new window, new session, and I'm going to use the transition SE16, and I will going to use the table name as T001W. So just try to understand the logic. For company code, the table is T001, and for plant, it is T001W. So the difference is the technical name of plant is works, WERKS. And if you recall, everyone, we had explored the technical name of company code as Bookers. Okay, so what these German people they have done, they have just added the first letter of technical word works into the table, that is T001W. So by reading this particular table, you can immediately recognize that this particular table belongs to the plant data, plant information. Let's quickly go to our window where we have just opened this SE16, and I'm just going to put in as T001W, hit enter. Now I will going to hit on this number of entries, and you will see that 13 entries are there. So this is the same number which we just saw in the configuration, that we have 13 plants are there, which are for our training purpose. Okay. Now what we will do, I'm just coming back, one more back. Now I'm going to hit on this copy delete check plant, and I will going to hit on the first option, which is having the description as copy delete check plant. Okay, just double click, and you can see on the banner it says organizational object plant. And now I'm going to hit on the second option from the left. The first one is display change, and the second is copy org object. So this is the same button which we saw in our first class when we were configuring our company code with the copying process. Let us hit on it, and you can see in this copy. So we will going to input our 1710, and our plant we will going to our plant code would be similar to what we have configured our company code. So we have configured our company code as ETC1. So similarly, we will going to maintain our plant as ETP1. That is ETP1. That is Aisha Tractor Plant 1. Okay. So just going to hit on continue, and this screen as well, you have to hit on continue. And this is the number range. So always hit on no. We will not going to transport any number ranges. Just hit on no, and you can see in the taskbar several numbers of tables that is being that is being displayed in the form of percentage. All the tables which are there in 1710 are going to get copied into this new plant, that is ETP1. And these tables are very, very important for a plant to be smooth functionally on every aspect, whether it is procurement, whether it is material movement, whether it is from finance perspective, whether it is from customer perspective, everything. Okay, so you can see this is our transport request, and we have given the description for our transport as configuration for SAP MM organization structure. Okay, let me just hit on own request. So by hitting on own request, you can see there are two TRs. So Harsh, if you remember, I had used the first TR ending with 41 with this description SAP MM S4HANA 26 November. And on your request, I had created one more TR just to show you that we can create another one as well when we created another company code, that is ETC2. Okay. So when you have two transport requests with you, so you can choose any of them to save your configuration data into it. So I will go to choose this one, which is ending with 41. Okay. So I've just chosen this one, and you can see the description is now appearing as SAP S4HANA 26 November. Now I'm going to hit on continue, and our changes for this new plant configuration, that is ETP1, will be get saved into this TR ending with 41. Any questions so far? Are we good, everyone?
Yes.
Actually, I have one question.
Go ahead. This is Shiva.
Yeah, this is Shiva.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, so like you said, for the company code as well as the plant, you'll have to copy from an existing plant or an existing company code to create new ones.
Yes.
But who is going to create the actual in the initial plant or the company code?
Yeah, very good question. So what happens, Shiva, that whenever a company is purchasing a new SAP software, okay, that software is containing a preloaded default plant into that software. Okay, preloaded default plant, and usually what happens that these softwares are having the default plant with the code 0001. Okay, so these plants are already having all the required tables, which are very important to have, or I would say to get it, contained by that particular plant. And upon the process of copying these tables, which are already there which are already preloaded into the, I would say, sample plant like 0001, will going to get copied into your respective plants, n number of plants, whatever you want to create in the SAP system logically.
Okay, but
Right.
does such a scenario? I mean, do we come across such a scenario where we'll need to define something from scratch?
No, not needed. You were definitely going to get a preloaded company code, preloaded plant into the SAP system. If you remember, this is absolutely like when you are purchasing a new laptop, and then you are getting some preloaded Microsoft applications into it, right? And if you want to derive some more application out of that parent application, then you are almost welcome to do that. You can derive some more applications, you can make some copies, but your preloaded software is already there into that laptop. So it is as similar to the SAP software, that a preloaded plant, a preloaded company code, and these are just two examples for SAP MM. For several modules like SAP Finance, SAP Sales and Distributions, Plant Maintenance, Quality Management, there are several things are there which are already preloaded into the software, and we, the different SAP consultant, we leverage those preloaded content, and we getting it copied into our own business derived entities. And these entities I am referring to: plant, company code, controlling area, everything. Okay?
Understood.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Great. So we are done with the copying of the plant now. So plant 1710 copied to ETP1. And let me quickly take you to the table. So Shiva, do you remember that before creating this plant, how many plants we have in our training system?
13.
Very good. Let me just hit on this number of entries, and you can see one count is increased. So we have now 14 plants are there. Okay. So let me just click on execute, and you can see 14 plants are there, and you can also see your ETP1 as well. ETP1, which is having the name as Plant 1 US. So why this is appearing as Plant 1 US? Because you can see that address of 1710 as well. So all the address detail will going to get copied from 1710 into your ETP1. Okay. So what we will going to do, we will come to the configuration here, come back, close this screen, then again go to the top, going to this upper menu, that is define plant, hit on this execute button, execute clock, and you can see 14 entries are already updated. And we will now going to update our address just by either by selecting the line and go to this magnifying lens, or just by without selecting, just double click this, and system is going to take you into the plant details. So let me just remove it and type in Aisher T, Faridabad, Unit 1. Okay, I will going to copy the same, and we're going to put in here as well. Okay, now these all details we have to change, but these you can see these information are appearing as in gray out, but we have to go into this envelope icon, and we will going to remove everything, and we will going to maintain it as with our India address. Okay, so remove this one, just Control V. Okay, remove this one as well, so we can put in as ETP1 like that, and remove this, maintain some address for our 14th street. Faridabad. Uttar Pradesh, and country I will going to use that as India, and here my region will be Delhi. Okay, so just hit enter, and we can maintain some address as well, like customer care at aishatector.com, like that. Customer care at the rate. Enter. So PST is not valid in India, so we have to remove PST. Where is PST? Yes, we have to remove it. PST. It is not applicable in India. Now, coming on to the very important part, and so everyone, you just saw that we have updated the address, okay, with all the details, and you might be thinking that the updated address is still not appearing. So it will not going to appear until and unless you are hitting on the save button. So the moment we hit on the save, this address will be updated. Okay. Now, coming on to the very important part, every plant should be assigned to the factory calendar. So in this case, as we have copied the plant from the existing one, that is 1710, and 1710 is actually a US plant. So that's why a US calendar is there. And what this calendar contains? This calendar contains all the details of their public holidays, their national holidays, their festive holidays, and also their weekly of details as well. For example, if one plant is working on 5 days basis, okay, then in such a situation, for every month, the consultant who is going to design that calendar will going to maintain that week as that 5 days are working and Saturday Sundays are weekly off. So he will going to design that calendar, and that calendar contains all the details of the holidays into it. So let me just drop down, and I will going to select the India calendar. Okay, and just for your information, everyone, these calendars are maintained by SAP HR consultant, SAP HR. Like we are getting this training for SAP MM. Similarly, there are HR consultants are there. So, but sometimes what happens that if a company, they do not want to transform their legacy, HR policies, HR system into the SAP, then they do not want to implement SAP HR. But in such a situation, any of the consultants should have to come forward, whether it could be SAP MM, PP, FI, to maintain a calendar for India and getting it assigned to all our production plants. Okay, and it is very easy. I will show you with the transaction SCAL. So let us first quickly check our India calendar. IN EFGH IJK EFGH I. Here it is. This is India. Okay, select it and save it. So I'm just saving it, and you can see again the pop-up box for TR is appearing because this is a configuration change. So yeah, you can see all our details are. Oh, hold on. I don't know why this. Why? Okay, I would say it will take some time. If you can see, there is a little mismatch. The reason it is showing as DL, but the description is appearing as California. So it actually depends. Sometimes tables are taking some time to get updated. Okay, so let me just quickly go to the address part, and you can see here it is appearing as Delhi, but In the initial screen, it is appearing as California, but after a couple of minutes, this will be updated to Delhi. Okay. Now let me just remove this because this was related to the US region. Remove it and again save it, and you can see this 3475 will be go away. Okay, so this is gone. Now let me just save it, and now let us quickly go to our table for plant. The table for plant is T001, and I will just going to refresh it, and you will see for this ETP1, this name will going to get changed to Asher T Faridabad Unit 1. Okay, so let me just refresh it, and you can see the change. Asher T Faridabad Unit 1. So this is updated. Our table is updated with those changes. And similarly, let me just come back, and you will see that this DL will be updated to Delhi as well. Let me just come out and again go inside. Double click. Yes, so it is updated. So sometimes it takes some time, so don't get confused. Now coming on to the very important transition, SCAL. Actually, this is not needed, but just for your information, we, the SAP consultant, should have the knowledge that how this transition works. Okay, but this is actually maintained by the SAP HR people. So let me just, so there are several types of calendar are there. Another one of the kind is public holidays, another one is holiday calendar, another one is factory calendar. So let me just select the factory calendar and click on display. And you can see so many options are there. And in this option, I will going to just select for India. So I don't know why the filter is not coming. Okay, I have to select it and go to filter. Now I will going to type IN. Strange. Why it is not appearing? Let me just delete it. Delete the filter. Enter. Let me just scroll. India. Double click, and you can see this is how the factory calendar is maintained. So you can see this particular factory calendar is maintained from year 2000 to 2050. Okay, so this is a very big big tenure. Okay, holiday calendar ID is India. A special rule none exist, and factory start date. So it's just it is giving some very old past date. Okay, and in this particular work day, it says Monday to Friday is a working day, and Saturday, Sunday, and public holiday are the official day off. Official day off, I would say, or official holidays. Okay, this is how the factory calendar is maintained. So,
is there a way that someone can define what will be the public holiday, or it's just automatically defined?
No. We can define it. We can define it. Yes. If you go to the change mode over here, change mode, and if I scroll all the way down to India calendar, and we can do the changes. We can add some more. Sometime what happens that if Diwali is falling on Thursday, okay, and Friday there is no any holiday, but our HR people, what they do, they can club. I mean, they can remove one particular different festive holiday, and they can club it with that coming Friday, which is in continuity with that Thursday wala day. Then in such a situation, we can define that Diwali holiday for 2 days in such a situation. So you can see this is how we can define. Okay, and I'm just checking about the festive holidays over there. Just a moment. Select. Go to. Just a moment. Let me just come back. So this is the holiday calendar actually. Go to change. Now we have to define holidays over here. So actually I was checking the factory calendar. So factory calendar will going to give you the Monday to Friday details. But this holiday calendar will going to give you the details for all the holidays. You can see these are Good Friday, May Day, that means the Labor Day, Christmas Day, Bakrid, Diwali. Okay, so these are the different occasions on which we will going to plan our festive holidays. And you can see this is maintained for a very, very long duration. Now it says assign holiday or delete assignment like that. Okay, so this is how it is done, but I'm not, very much familiar about it because I haven't done this activity in my experience. Usually, SAP HR people are always there, but in such a situation when HR people are not there, then definitely we can learn it from any document, that how to maintain some or how to edit or add one more holiday for a particular year. Okay, so this can be done. Okay. So this is all about the SCEL transaction to maintain the factory calendar or holiday calendar. So now coming on to our point, we are done with our plant configuration. Any questions so far? Are we good? How this plant is configured into the system?
Yes.
Perfect. Now let us move it for the next part, which is very, very important to perform by the SAP MM consultant, and it is to assign the plant and company code together. Okay, the assignment of the plant and company code, and it is very, very important to assign the plant. Reason being that company code is a financial legal entity which totally monitors that on what material or services or any kind of a facility we are spending our money, or how much we are getting as in revenue from the customer after selling our material or services or any kind of a facility. So company code is a legal financial entity which is totally controlled by the finance people or the finance department. Similarly, plant is an entity wherein all the different kinds of activities such as manufacturing activities, such as servicing activities, or some kind of a training activities, some purchasing of the item, some servicing of the item, some selling of the item. So everything related to money is happening into the plant around the clock, whether it is production department, whether it is finance department. So guys, please listen to me carefully, that whenever there is a plant is configured into the system, after the company code is configured, it is very, very important to link, or I would say assign the plant to the company code. Reason being that whatever the finance related activities are happening into the plant, that will going to get recorded into a particular GL account or a cost center or a profit center into a particular company code. If we are not assigning a plant to the company code, that plant will be of no use at all. We cannot do any kind of activity. Even we cannot even create a material master as well if the assignment of the plant is not done with the company code. So this is a very, very important and much needed prerequisite once your company code and plant are configured. Hope everyone understood this. The third point.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let us quickly go to the menu. Now in this particular menu, if you recall everyone, till the time when we have configured the plant just a couple of minutes back, and in our first session we have configured the company code, we have just followed this definition part, but now we have to do the assignment part. Okay, and this assignment part falls into the logistics general. Okay, so let us quickly go to our SPRO into the configuration part. I'm just going back one more back, and now I will going to collapse this definition screen. Now I'm going to hit on assignment part, assignment, and you can see open the note for logistics general. And but before that, I would like to open this documentation. Let's see if it's get to open up. I don't know why it is taking more bandwidth to open the documentation. If it is still taking more time, then we can leave it. You can just read this document whenever you have convenient time with you. Now I'm going to hit on this particular execution button, and we will going to link our plant with the company code. Now you can see one very surprising thing, and actually it is not very surprising. You can see that your plant is already assigned to the 1710, but we haven't done this assignment till now from our end. So can anyone please share how come our plant got assigned to the company code without any action from our end? Anyone? Any guess why this had happened?
Yes, because you did a copy from one US.
Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Very good. Perfect. Yes. So you have answered absolutely correctly, because we have done the copying of the plant to the company code. So sorry, plant to plant and company code to company code, and that's why our plant got automatically assigned to this company code. Now we do not want to assign our plant to a different company code, which is which actually doesn't matter for us. This is an incorrect assignment for us. So what we will do, select this line from here, put your cursor over here, not here, here, like this, so that you can select the whole line, and then hit on this top button which says delete. So delete this assignment, and you can see this pop up. It says the evaluation grouping code is defined. So just click on yes. It is asking delete anyway. Just hit on yes, and again click on continue. Okay, and this entry is gone now. And now save this deletion record. Save this deletion record. Now what we will do, you have to hit on this new entry and select your plant. So sorry, our company code. So our company code is ETC1. ETC1, and our plant is ETP1. C stands for company code and P stands for plant. So ETP1. Okay, I'm just going to hit enter, and you will see the name of the plant and the company code will going to appear from the respective tables. So you can see this is the name of the plant, and this is Asha Tractor Unit 1. So we will going to save this assignment in this table, and you can see the data is saved. And here the entry is updated. ETC1 is linked to ETP1. Any questions so far? Are we good with this assignment part?
I have a question, Rajiv.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Why did we not edit instead of? Why did we delete instead of editing?
Yeah, actually, deletion part is very, very important. Reason being that we do not want to leave any kind of a sign of any kind of assignment with another company code. So that's why it is preferable to delete the account assignment, because there is one record. There is actually a different transaction in which the company code is linked to a particular plant. So that entire link is to be deleted before we are moving ahead for the new assignment. So it is preferable to do the deletion. That's why. Otherwise, this will going to create the a confusion in the valuation part. Okay, and that valuation part discussion, this we will going to learn in our upcoming session for automatic account determination part. So there in that session you will understand that why it is important to do the deletion of the assignment, which was actually incorrect. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we are done with this linking of plant in the company code. Now we can just save it. The data is already saved. Now coming to the Word document, this is done, and you can see this is the table in which this data is saved, and you can directly go to this assignment of plant and company code as well in the transaction OX18. Now coming on to the fifth part, that is configuring for the purchasing organization. Okay, configuring for purchasing organization. What do you mean by purchasing organization? So purchasing organization is a department wherein people are sitting. There could be even, a single person, a purchasing person, purchasing manager, purchasing executive, or maybe a group of people. They are working together to meet the company's procurement needs. Okay. Any company who is running to fulfill the customer need, that company needs uh, you know a lot of stock for raw material, a lot of stocks for utility materials, a stock for maintenance spare part items, some kind of office stationaries, some kind of some maybe some spare parts kind of a thing. So these are different types of items which are needed by any organization to run their each and every department smoothly. Some packaging items as well to package their end product and getting it delivered to the customer. So these are different types of items are there. Raw materials are there. Storage, different racks are there. Pallets are there. If you are aware about such kind of terminology, if you have worked in any organization, right? So that purchasing organization is a kind of procurement division, procurement office, wherein several people are sitting together and they are continuously around the clock, they are working with the suppliers to have the correct items delivered at their place with correct quality, correct quantity, and with optimum price as per the competitive market. Okay, so this department is very busy department. These people who are working seamlessly with suppliers, and they have the very big responsibility on their shoulder to meet the these all kind of a material need to run the organization smoothly and efficiently and consistently. Okay, so they work very hard. I mean, I would say that I mean, if you talk about any organization, whether it is inventory department or finance department or HR department or operation department or sales department, I would say this purchasing department is a very busy department if we compare all of them. Okay, I'm not saying that all are not they are not doing their work. Every department is very important. Even I would say sales department are they are highly busy. They are giving a lot of target to sell the material, but the sales department will going to come in picture if they have the material to be ready to be shipped to the customer. And if the material is to be ready to be shipped to the customer, the procurement team has to work seamlessly and with tight deadlines to meet the objective. Hope this makes sense, everyone. Just to make you aware that how the company works. Just for your information, everyone. Are we good, everyone? Hello, Harsh, Fazilat, Shiva, Jayashri, Pranav, Hema.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let us quickly go to the configuration path, and we will going to configure the purchasing organization into our SAP system. Okay. So we are in enterprise structure. Let us close this assignment, open the note for definition, and open the note for logistic general as well. Now open the note for materials management. Under materials management, you can see the option for maintaining purchasing organization. Just click on it and you can see there are only 8 entries are there. There are 8 different purchasing organizations are there. What we will going to do, hit on new entries and Asia Tractors PO, that is Asia Tractors purchasing organization, right? Okay, hold on. EICHR, Asher T purchase org. There is some limitation of letters as well. So what we will do, or hold on just a moment, I share the purchase order like this. Save it. This is also a configuration change. And come back and you can see our entry is 9. And also, so the table in which the purchasing organization data will be saved is T024E. So let us quickly go to our table. T024E. And here you can see number of entries. There are 9 entries are there. And you would be able to see your entries as well, which you have just now created. That is ETPO, Aisha Tractors Purchasing Organization. Okay. So we are done with the purchasing organization. Okay. Now for purchasing organization, we have the for this following option. One purchasing organization procures for a single plant. This is a plant specific purchasing organization. And one purchasing organization procures for several plants, and several purchasing organization procures for one plant. So this is a one-to-one or one-to-many relationships. Okay. Now coming on to the next part, we have to assign this purchasing organization with the plant as well. It is very, very important that a particular department, that a particular purchasing department should be linked to a particular plant as well, so that that plant should be aware that which purchasing organization is working for that particular plant. Okay, so we have to go to the assignment part into the materials management. So let us come back and we will close this definition part and open the note for assignment, because we have to assign the plant with the purchasing organization. Go to the materials management, open the note for materials management and select this option, assign purchasing organization to plant. Open this node and just a moment. You can see the first column is for purchasing organization and the second column is for plant. And here you can see your ETP1 is already assigned to this purchasing organization, because your 1710 is also linked to this purchasing organization, because we have done the copying functionality. So what we can do, first we will going to select it and delete this assignment as we did for company code. Save this deletion, save the configuration change. Now again go to the, and we have to delete this one as well. You can see our ETP1 is also linked to 1710 as well. So delete this one as well. Save it. One more save. And now click on the new entries. And from the drop down, select your purchasing organization, that is ETPO, Aisha Tractor Purchasing Organization, and our plant is ETP1, that is Aisha Tractor Faridabad Unit 1. So we have to link our plant and purchasing organization together and save this assignment. And here you can see this is the correct assignment we just did. Any questions so far? Are we good? Harsh, can you please mute? There is some background noise is coming from your side. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this assignment is done now. Now, before moving that to the story location, just wanted to share with you that In this particular case, we have linked our purchasing organization to plant. So it says that it is a plant specific purchasing organization. That means ETPO will going to work only for ETP1. But if you have some centralized purchasing in your case, let's say for example, we have 4 plants, ETP1, ETP2, ETP3 and ETP4. These 4 plants are working, but their head office is in Delhi, and the purchasing team who is sitting in Delhi, they will going to procure everything for their all 4 plants. Then in such a situation, we have to link our all the 4 plants, okay, to this company code. That means we have to link our purchasing organization to this company code. So this particular assignment will going to be referred as centralized purchasing. That means the centralized purchasing team who is sitting in the head office, they will going to procure for this single company code, and our all 4 plants are already linked to this company code. They will going to fall under this purchasing organization, and this purchasing organization will going to do all the bulk purchasing for all their respective 4 plants. And this will going to help to save a lot of cost as well, because if we are procuring, let's say 4 times of the item, 4 times of the value of spare parts or even a raw material from a same supplier, then we can get some good competitive price as well to save a lot of money for the organization. Okay, so we can do this particular assignment as well as a centralized purchasing activity. Okay, now coming on to the story location part. Now let me just quickly share the screen image for our SAP organization structure over here. Now here you can see we have to configure now a story location for our plant. Okay, so let us quickly move ahead to the menu path. So you can see so what is the table for a story location? Question to you, Harsh.
Storage location is basically a place in a plant where we store our finished goods and raw materials.
Or raw material or spare parts.
Whatever is required for a company or whatever we store in that place is called storage location.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you for sharing the definition. My question is, are you able to see the table details in point number 7 for store location?
Yeah, I can see.
So what is the table?
Okay, sorry, the table is T001L.
L, absolutely. And what does this last letter L refers?
L can be the technical name for the field or the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. So you can see
LGO.
the technical, absolutely. So the technical field for a store location is LGORT, and this L is the first letter of this technical field, and this L is attached to this table T001. Okay. Similarly, it is for purchasing organization as well. You can see the technical name of purchasing organization is EKORG, and its table name is T024E. Okay. Perfect. So let us quickly go ahead to configure the story location, and how we have to do this. We have to again go to the definition part under the materials management, where we have configured our purchasing organization. So let me just close this out, close this assignment part, because we have just now assigned our plant with the purchasing organization. Open the note for definition, and then again go to the materials management. Here you can see maintain story location, execute, and enter your plant. So what is your plant? Your plant is ETP1. So select ETP1. Here it is. Aisha Tractor Faridabad Unit 1. Enter and just hit enter. And you can see that even though we haven't maintained any store location till now for our plant, but you can still see that there are around 11 store locations are there. And how this had happened? Because as we had copied our ETP1 from an existing plant 1710, that's why all the store locations of the old plant 1710 are copied to your new plant. So, but before that, I would like to open the table for store location. So it is T001L, T001L, enter. And let me just input my plant like ETC1. So it will going to show you that 11 entries are there. Oh, sorry. So can anyone please share? I mean, why the system is not showing me any details? What mistake I had made in this entry?
You put instead of L1, I think.
No. That L is correct. Can you see it is there? It was actually.
Yeah.
In place of the plant details, you place the company code.
Very good, perfect, very good. And that's what I wanted to hear from you. So ETP1 is my plant. Okay, so mistakenly I had entered ETC1, but system will not going to accept ETC1 because this field is for plant. This work is for plant. Okay, so you can see that this is all the list of technical names. Let me just change it to English. So what I have to do, go to the top menu settings, then click on the second option, user parameters, and then under keyword, select field label and hit enter. And you can see these all technical names will going to get converted to English names. So you can see it is plant. So I have mistakenly entered ETC1. So how come the system will going to give me the data? Okay, let me just execute and you can see that we have 11 entries and these 11 entries are totally incorrect. These are not our store location. These are actually the store location for plant 1710. Okay, we can even check 1710 as well. Hold on, let me just remove this. 1710, hit enter and execute. You can see for 1710 as well, these are the same store location which are 11 in number. Let me just remove it and enter my plant over here, execute it, and you can see 11 entries are there. But we will going to make some corrections in all these store locations. We do not want this particular nomenclature. So what we will do, we will select all of them like this. Select all. So all entries are selected. Now hit on this delete button. So all the store location for ETP1 will be deleted. Hit on all entries, hit enter, and all entries are deleted. So there are no any store locations are there for your P1 plant. So what we will going to do, we will click on new entries, and here you can see. So what we will do, ETS1, that is EICHER T depot 1. Similarly, ETS2, let me just copy it and make it depot 2. So please have your kind attention, everyone. We just want to maintain 2 raw material stores for our plant ETP1. That's it, and save it. Now, the moment we go to our table, so can anyone please share what update will going to how this table will be updated instantly? What data we would expect now if I refresh it? Anyone? Hema, Fazilat, Pranav. But Pranav, you have joined this first. I think Pranav is there, or he had gone.
Yes, this is my first time.
Okay, perfect. So hope Pranav, you are getting the context, I mean, what is going on, because you have missed that first lecture, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So can anyone please share what change would going to happen if I refresh it? Because we have deleted those 11 in store location, we have just maintained 2. So let me just refresh, and you can see those new store locations would be updated for this plant ETP1. Is that right or wrong? Let me just refresh it. You can see that my deleted entries have gone away, and my table is now updated with those two new story locations, that is ETS1 and ETS2 respectively. Hope this makes sense to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So our table is updated with the latest updated story locations into the system. Perfect. And our purchasing organization was ETPO. Okay, so we are done with this. So we are done with our entire enterprise structure today, starting from company code, and then we have created plant today, and then we have linked plant and company code together to do the assignment. And after that, we are done with the purchasing organization to maintain the purchasing organization. And after that, we have assigned our purchasing organization with the plant as well. And finally, we have maintained these 2 story locations for our plant ETP1. Okay, so this is all the part of enterprise structure we have done, but there is one more important thing which is remaining, that is purchasing group. So this purchasing group is an entity, which we were going to cover in our next session. Okay, and this is actually not the part of organization level. Okay, this is a buyer group, that person who is sitting in a purchasing department. Some codes are assigned to those people. So we will going to cover up this particular remaining part into the in our next class. Okay, hope this is fine with everyone.
Yes.
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 Okay, perfect. And one more important thing would like to share with you all, that usually what happens that after completion of each and every session, I used to send this particular Word document as a notes. Okay, so over your email address. So if you can share your email address over here, so that I can share this particular note over email, so that we can have a track that on which particular date we have completed a particular session. Okay. Or maybe you can note down my email address, everyone, and just send your subject line as like Hema or Shiba or Fazilat or Harsh, Jayashri, Pranav, and then I will going to add all your email address in one single email, and we'll send the document.
Yeah, sure.
Just a moment. I'm going to this chat. Okay, so many people have okay, Harsh had shared. Let me just a moment. If everyone is willing to share over right now here only, then hold on. Let me do one thing. Let me just copy it from Harsh. I don't know why it is not allowing me to copy. Yes, copy. Just a moment. Let me copy like this. It will copy everyone. I will send this document by tomorrow. So please refer to this document, and we will meet on Monday with a new topic of master data. that what are the different master data are available into SAP MM S4HANA system. So there are 4 master data are there. Number 1 is material master data. Number 2 is business partner, that is the vendor master data. Number 3 is purchasing information record, and number 4 is source list. So we will going to learn and explore all these master data one by one. And before that, we will going to complete that purchasing group as well. Okay, and then we will start our master data discussion. Okay, so thank you everyone. We are up on time, and see you in our next class on Monday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.